Hey everyone, do you sometimes find yourself wondering what should I be doing either before you do some strength training, kind of a little activation combo, or even before you go biking, or simply just, you're watching television and you're like, oh, I just should probably do a little bit of movement. Well, I've got a quick little routine here that we're going to go through, and all you need is a band. So we often do it without band, or we do it sometimes with weight. This time I just wanted to just give you an external stimulus that will help you kind of have a better engagement and feel also a little bit more spiciness to your routine that you would do without weight normally, or without, anything. So all you're going to need is one band. If you want more than different strength of it, definitely feel free to change it up. We're going to go through 5 exercises, and we're simply going to do 2 rounds because I call it an activation routine. But if you want to do more, go ahead and add 2 or 3 rounds to this 5 exercise. So we're going to go through, like I said, 5 30-second per exercise. If you don't have a timer on other time, don't worry, just do 10 repetition or what feels the appropriate load for you. So I'm going to start with this band, but before we go on with these exercise, I wanted to just take a minute when you hear me talk during those exercises, if I say stack the ribs over the pelvis, so you know what I'm talking about. So anytime we are doing, even it could be on your bike and you hear me talk about stack the ribs, I just mean we don't want to be in this scissor position or arch back or whatever you want to call it. So I want you to tuck the pelvis and then bring the ribs right over. I'm not rounding, I'm just bringing my ribs down so I'm not in that scissor position. So now you know, let's get ready. I'm going to set the timer. The first 3 exercises, we're going to actually have the band around our wrist, which will kind of help us pack the shoulder and exactly help us with stacking the ribs, have a better engagement because we're giving the body an external stimuli. So those first 3 exercises will be around wrist, then we'll move on to 2 where it's going to be around your knees. So let me get started here with the clock. Put your band around your wrist, and then we're going to get into a good quadruped load. So on your knees and hands, pack the shoulder, tall spine, and lift the knees off the floor about an inch. As I did lift, I did not lose my back or my stack position. I wanted to keep that nice and engaged. We're going to hold it for another 12 seconds. Think about when you're on the bike. This is a bit of a position we are in. Hinging at the hip, load on the hands. 2, 1, bring it down. Now we're going to go on our back. Arm up, pack shoulder. I'm going to go in 3, and we're going to just do a dead bug. Or pelvic marching, if you prefer to call it. Just simply bringing heel or the heel tap down. As I'm doing so, making sure I'm not arching my back, not losing that stack position. Speed, go as fast as you feel in control. We're going for another about 5 seconds. And take a break. We're back to this quadruped position. Hands on the floor. There we go. So we're going to lift the knees off the floor, and then I'm going to go march one leg out and then follow with the other one. And then return to start. Keeping that long spine. Don't let your neck fall down. Keep it up. Keep those shoulders packed. And just same with this one. You can change also first, I should say. Change, alternate which leg starts. But also bring it down. Always go with the load that feels right, or the speed. Band around the knees, we're going to go simply to the bridge. But why do I like the bridge for our cyclists? Stack here. Think of you going from sitting on your saddle to standing up. It is a hinge. So as I lift, keep my ribs down. So I'm not arching my back at the top. So I'm not going in that scissor position. Keep going. About 5 seconds. and 1. Keep the bend around the knees. I'm gonna go to a side plank. So I'm gonna start in my side plank, knee bent, elbow under my shoulder, and I'm gonna lift, and as I lift, that upper leg goes up. Dissociate from the other one. Up. Good. So just as for at the top, I am basically in this position. So I want a tall spine. Up. I'm gonna go less than 10 and then we'll switch side. Good. Same, keep that long spine. I'm gonna switch, we have a few seconds. Don't let the head down. Get ready in 2. Here we go. Up, down. Excellent. Keep going. Probably starting to feel around the hip, the musculature is working, but we're keeping a good solid trunk. About 5 seconds, then we're gonna start all over. 2 and 1. There we go. Grab the band, put it back around your wrist. Remember, this is to help with engagement. Think about also when your hands are here, they want to externally rotate, so you're engaging shoulder, but they're obviously not. So here we go, 30-second hold. Lift, maintain your spine, your neck as well. We're holding. If it is feeling a little too hot on the wrist, always bring the knees down, reset. About 10 seconds. You're probably feeling in the quads also. 5, 3, 2, 1. Remember, we go on our back. So this is round number 2. Engage, shoulder pack, foot up, toes pointing up. Here we go. Deadbug, pelvic marching, whatever fancy you hear for name. We want to make sure we keep the trunk, pelvis stable as your femur, your leg are moving. The band offers you a little bit external stimulus. I like it because on the bike, my arms are not moving back like a normal dead bug. 2 and 1. Back to that quadruped. Quadruped to leg extension. Set up yourself. Good spine. Here we go. We're going to lift the knees off the floor and then walk one leg at a time. As I do so, I make sure I don't lose spine stability. Pelvis is not dropping. Keep going. As I say, alternate legs at start. We also tend to always start with the same leg. Change it up. Change your stimulus. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Band around the knee. 2 more exercise here. Voila, here we go. Stack the pelvis and the ribs. Let's go for bridge. Here we go. As you lift, you want to make sure pelvis is staying stable or level. We're not losing that stack position. The distance between my last rib and the pelvis, the bone, staying the same the whole time. Good job. 2, and take a break. Remember, we keep the bend around the knees, and we're gonna finish all of this with side plank. As I said, if you wanna go for more, an extra round, go for it. So side plank, keeping the long spine. Start at the bottom, hip, knee bent, up by pushing on the bottom leg. Good. About 10 seconds. All the way. One more here. Well, maybe, let's go. One more. Up. And then we switch. We'll go in 2. Set yourself up. Rib stack. Here we go. Up. And if you want to change it up, You could also just be holding in this position for 30 seconds. If that, you feel a better engagement, better work, go for it. 10 more seconds. 2 and 1. Excellent. As I said, go on for an extra round or 2 if you would like, but this is just a quick activation round that you could do before you get on the bike, before your strength. And we're just simply using the band as an external stimuli for the body to kind of basically create a reflex of engagement, because what we call core should be a reflexive basically motion or movement. So we're using an external stimuli. Spice up your routine, change it up, and go give it a try. And if you like our exercise or videos, make sure to go subscribe. We appreciate the likes, and go on and give those a try.